EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Tomlinson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready!
Up the middle they go. It's Lawrence. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Lawrence. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tomlinson. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And across the chalk into the end zone is a 49er touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Next the score, Niners 7, Eagles nothing.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And now off to the races down the right side. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon Mixon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Cam Little to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Jalen Carter. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense.
Okay,
now
ready?
3rd down and very long.
Come 19. Come 19.
Looking to throw. Tomlinson. He gets this one to Johnson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
On the ready. Ready. Yeah.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Tony.
As Stroud now to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. O.J. Howard, 27 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Cam Little to kick off.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Cam Little to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium. USAA, an official salute-to-service partner of Madden and the NFL. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Huard. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these 2 teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent will tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 45. Wide. Set.
Love throwing to start us off. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Down. 60 red. 60 red. Hut, hut.
Back to the air. Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Magic. Ready.
3rd and 2. Love to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a punt.
And he scores. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Here we ready?
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
50, green. Check, huh?
Love from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center of the... That's complete inside the 35. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30.
And the Broncos, 1st down.
Yellow.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready?
Love now on 1st and 10. That's Cox again. It's Kittle. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a 1-point game. George Kittle, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. Outside.
Off the play action. Here's Stroud. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They get 19 on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. A give to Mixon up the middle. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the air, Stroud. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Stroud's going to throw for it. That's Cox. Here's Arroyo. He gets loose down the right side. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles break the tie here in the 1st. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
Little tacks on the extra points. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
14, Broncos 7. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10.
Set, hut, blue.
They've got a man in motion.
45, white. Hut.
On first and 10, here's Love. Escapes out to the left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So at the 20, here's second and 10.
Set, ready. 10, set.
Love out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
I love that. I mean, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
60 red. Hut, hut.
Throwing his Love on third. Absolutely fires this one right side. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Eagles come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. First down, Stroud. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Every tight end worth of salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first two plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only one play away from putting points on the board.
18, that's it.
And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. Trying to set up a screen for Mixon. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Now it's Stroud. He brings it in. And he's brought down with a gain of 2, so it'll be second and short. So it'll be second and 2 when we get back from our 2-minute warning. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Looking for a pass on second and short. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, Well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Broncos 7. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Come on, set.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's looking deep once again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Eagles are going to be set up and goal to go after a great return down inside the 10.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Stroud off of play action. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. Had the chance to escape with a pick. Defense got to buckle down now as they line up for second down. Stroud from the pistol. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Broncos 7. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Robinson with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Ready.
Back to work after throwing the pin. He's trying to go deep again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Eagles get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even...
It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
35. Broncos 7.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10.
Ready.
Back to work they go after the interception. He's loaded another one up. And they pick him off again. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moved.
This is the Madden Championship Series, brought to you by USAA, an official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL. USAA, proud to serve the military and their families. And we join you from USAA Stadium. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week. And the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question. And I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Here we go.
Now Stroud.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Eagles.
Here we go.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on third and inches.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, second and 5.
All right.
Stroud working out of the gun.
On the arc, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
C.J. Stroud.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Packers nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Peyton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the gun on third down, Peyton. And that is incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 70, 19 Lions, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
In motion right, that's Marshall.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Play action. Stroud now.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Hopkins, 40 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Cam Little to kick off.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 6.
Ready, set.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lloyd. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Warriors 70. Let's go now. Hawks 70. 79 Broncos.
Here comes Marshall in motion right.
Ready.
from the gun on 3rd down. Peyton able to push his way through. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Operating from the gun. Peyton. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Come 19.
Looking to throw. Peyton. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Marshawn Lloyd.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are back within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here's Stroud.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Stroud to throw it.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go. Shot, go.
A final shot before break. Peyton. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Cam Little to kick off.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's go now.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. That's Lloyd. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, it's Lloyd. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
19 Lions.
Now Marshall coming in motion right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
That's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
16-yard line.
On the quick, right?
Stroud looking to throw.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
On the ready.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people call them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Cougar 19, 18, 5 in.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And that will force a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Stroud looks to throw. He finds Hopkins complete.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Here's first and 10.
They'll look to throw.
Jackson with a catch. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's another.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Tag! Go street! Viking 18!
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick-6?
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Get it! Go!
Throwing after the interception. Peyton. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. That's the former Washington great Sean Taylor. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shot.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Here we go. At 18. That's it.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
18. That's it.
Throwing now is Stroud. Over the middle, he finds Arroyo.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
It's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
19 sight, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That is Aaron Donald, the former Rams superstar, who gets in for the sack. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Cam Little to kick off.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started.
And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game.
One guarantee I can absolutely make is that all week in preparation, the coach kept telling his team, we're on the road, don't do anything to bring the crowd into it, and that's exactly what they just did. A bad return, and now the home team crowd, they are fired up.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That is incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Rodgers now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Pass caught. That's Golden. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's good for a first down. His 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Packers.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Back north. 319.
Now Rodgers. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Inside. 258. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers going to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
I don't know about about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
At the 15-yard line.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
And Stroud now to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
He'll try to do this himself. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now Stroud.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Here's Stroud.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Andre Johnson from 6 yards away.
And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7. Packers nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Packers!
Kenneth Walker.
60 yards!
And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The extra point up and good by Auburn. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
16 yards. That's good for Eagles. First down.
18.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Uno more. Buddy.
Stroud. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
319. Back north.
Now Rodgers. And Walker has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Straight ahead, Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Hey, 626.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, 88.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Over.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. That's the former Washington great Sean Taylor. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Under. 18. That's it. 19 Texas.
Stroud to throw it. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Why Tony? All right. 18. What's that? Buggy.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, Parker, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now it's Rodgers. That's taken in by Golden. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, 70 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Stroud looking to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Again, it's Mixon. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got Golden. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 47-yard line.
26. Get 300. Get 300. Hey, check 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
258.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. A throw left side here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Out,
yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
This is 1st and 10.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Here's 1st down. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Come out! 258!
Rodgers to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
And the Packer, 1st down.
258!
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
319!
They're going right back to Walker.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now.
14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Stroud. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a first down, but the tackle comes in bounds. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. First and 10.
18. What's that?
Stroud to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And remember now, field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
18. What's that?
Now Stroud. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one time. There he goes, right side. Now look out to the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead.